everyone. Thank you so much for joining in for another Thursday's webinar. And we are continuing our series on what is GTM engineering. And since there are so many questions, and it seems that there are endless questions when it comes to this particular topic, so we thought, why don't we create a series? So if you have not done part one and part two, please go back and cover part one and part two as well. But it is not connected in a sense that if you want to just go ahead and watch this particular video, feel free to go ahead and watch the video. Today, we are going to do a deep dive into B2B sales, ABM, performance ads, and HubSpot a little bit. Okay, so we are going to cover a lot of topics. We will try to cover as much as possible. This is a Q&A session. That means, I'll be just honestly giving the answer based on my understanding as of now, which is December 2025. Things might change in the coming days. We are all learning, and I consider myself a student when it comes to topics like these. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe to stay tuned for this kind of content. And also, in the comment section, give us the comment. If you have any questions, put on your questions. We will continue this series and we're going to answer as many questions as we can. All right. So now with that, let's go on to the next question, which is part three. In this part three, we are going to, as I said, we are going to touch upon a certain topic, mostly around sales activation, bridge ads. We have talked a lot about bridge ads, so I'm going to just cover that a little bit. Precision ads, a lot of questions coming up around precision ads 2.0 automation, ABM 2.0, what ABM 2.0 is, and HubSpot orchestration. Now, these are all separate topics, and I've already covered a lot of them in our previous webinars, but I'm going to keep the questions and the answers around this particular topic. And we are going to talk about this advanced layer of GTM engineering, right? Okay. So there are 4 levels in, when it comes to questions for GTM engineering: the basics, the system, the activation, and, the whole GTM engineering as a whole. So we have covered basics a lot. Okay. We are covering systems. We will cover activation, and then, this basically covers the whole GTM engineering as a subject, right? So now with that, let me just quickly jump on to our first question for part 3. How does GTM engineering transform B2B sales? Now, here we are talking about GTM engineering and B2B sales. Okay, these are very specific subjects. GTM engineering is more like a subject, right? It's like, civil engineering or computer science engineering. So GTM engineering stands for go-to-market engineering. So it's primarily, in theory, the subject is go-to-market. That means, it is related to sales and marketing. Okay, but now the GTM engineering term is used in so many different ways, also in operations. Okay, I'm not talking about marketing operations or sales operations. I'm talking about operations in general as well. So now, even though it started as a go-to-market engineering, but thanks to the power of AI and automation, now it is expanding into other areas as well. For our context, we are a B2B marketing company. We are a B2B growth company. So the context for us is going to be B2B sales. Okay, and this is what our expertise is. And these Q&A sessions will circle around this subject, which is B2B marketing and B2B sales, right? So if you are into e-commerce or B2C or any other factions, this may not directly be a content for you, but there is certainly a lot of elements within you which is going to help you, even if you're doing other kind of marketing like B2C marketing, e-commerce, D2C, whatever it is, right? So traditional sales, especially when it comes to B2B sales for enterprises, has been manual, inconsistent, little personalization, okay, and a lot of hard work. That is how it's been. I've been doing it for many years now. Imagine, you are given 500 accounts and each accounts have, like 50,000 employees, and you have to figure out how to find the decision makers. And there are multiple decision makers. Sometimes there are dozens of decision makers, influencers, end users, and you've got to figure out every one of them within one account, and you've got 500 accounts to work on. Imagine the amount of work, right? Going to each account, doing the study, doing the research, finding the people, doing the study, doing the research on the people, what they like, what they dislike, what is the position is, what kind of decision maker they are doing. It used to take a huge team, pre-sales team, BDR, business rep, business development team, and then the marketing team and outreach team and like so on. So there used to be entire department dedicated towards this goal, and still there are in large companies there are entire departments dedicated towards it. The question is how we can automate some of the tasks that we're doing manually, repetitively, so that how can we use AI and automation to get more intelligence fast? How can we use AI to save time, right? Okay, it's not about reducing the number of workforce. It's about creating more efficiency for the existing workforce you have. A lot of people they are saying they are asking me, hey, yeah, is AI going to get people fired? Yes and no. Okay, there will be some people who will get fired, no doubt about it. For example, if you are somebody who's just manually sending email, right? Just manually sending email, just sending a bunch of emails every single day, and that's the job. Then possibly AI and automation can do that for your company, and then possibly your job will be redundant. Yes, but I sincerely feel AI and automation is primarily going to be used to make the teams more efficient, more intelligent, rather than reduce the team strength. Okay, I sincerely do not believe that the large enterprises are going to reduce the team anytime soon. However, they really want their team to be more efficient, more productive, and that is certainly where the AI and the automation will play a key role. So, traditional sales has been, very slow and manual and inconsistent, right? So going forward, how I see it, it's not going to be campaign oriented. It's not like one sales guy is sitting and running a campaign and he's doing a good campaign and he's more intelligent and he's more hardworking or he's more skilled, and then he's able to create a better campaign and he's winning in sales. And then there are average sales people who are not able to create the right kind of campaign and they're not as efficient as the high performers. So that is the situation right now, but that will go away. It's going to be signal led in a sense that the system will give the signals, okay, and the system will do a lot of heavy duty job, okay, and the humans will basically optimize the system, right? So it is going to take away, it's going to put everybody in the team on the same pedestal in many ways, right? So signal-led prioritization, which account is giving more signals, that prioritization will be done by AI. Automated qualification, which accounts are better than other accounts, which is more engaging than other accounts, which account is more qualified than other accounts, okay, which have more high intent. So that information will also come up. The AI assisted outreach will be there. For example, all the sales guys will have to do is just click few button, read the email. The AI will generate the email. The AI will create. You have to create the ICP. The AI will, based on the product or the services that you have, will generate the email. Maybe you'll have to do a little bit of changes here and there, and then click button, and then the email and the LinkedIn outreach will go on. So that is where things are moving in, right? So the pipeline will accelerate because your sales team and your marketing team will be more efficient, right? So instead of doing all the work manually, okay, they will have to just make sure that things are in place, and they will be more like a controller, right? They will say, hey, don't go, yes, go, right? Or I'll make a little bit of changes, go again. That's how a lot of salespeople and marketing team will work. That will free up a lot of time for them to do more important job, which is like talking to the customer, right? Being on phone call, rather than just sitting whole day and working on workflows and automations and doing everything in between. So how does GTM engineering transform the business? Yes, it is going to make salespeople more efficient. It is going to free up their time to do more personalized discussion, to go to build a relationship. It is going to give them insights on accounts and people in real time. That means they don't have to spend 3 hours finding details about the accounts. So AI will find different data sources and will update the insights in a matter of seconds, right? So that the CSP team can just quickly on the go in 3 minutes, gather all the information and go on a demo call. So that is what the future of B2B sales looks like when it comes to GTM engineering. All right, so in visual, this is how it looks like. Signal will lead the SDR, the sales reps, okay, and the AEs, and it's basically going to create a real-time sales activation, right? So signal will be real-time, insights will be real-time, sales reps should be able to take decision fast, quick, run the automation, and then increase the pipeline. That is how things look like, and it's actually very good. What role do bridge ads play in GTM engineering? Okay, all right. Bridge ads. Bridge ads is a concept that we in IST, in Insightstap, we have come up with this particular term. I will not say that we have invented this particular term, but we are using this particular term more than others. Bridge ads means running ads through your own data sources, on your own data sources, your CRM, your CDP, your data warehouse, your list, your code list you have built over the years, right? And your leads, your deals, they are all your data sources, data points. Okay. What if you can, use these data points, map it to Meta and LinkedIn and Google, because Meta and LinkedIn, you can map the account, right? All you have to do is just download the CSP, upload the CSP, and it's done. Or else you can even do a direct integration. So you can map your CRM data, your CDP data, your data warehouse data to add audiences in LinkedIn, in Meta. You can do the integration and you can activate the ads. That means if somebody has become your lead, immediately they will start seeing your ads. Good, right? It's not like a spray and pray campaign that we traditionally do. You run a top level campaign, reach out to the whole world, and then you just create a funnel out of it. I think more and more companies will now go into what we call as a bridge ads technique. That means they will do the integration with their own data. They will gather data across the internet, and then they will run ads on that specific data. How technically it is going to be done? You build your ICPs, you create matched audiences, you can create Google Customer Match, similar companies API, dynamic retargeting, stage-based ad. There are different ways of doing that. The idea is that you have your own data points, your own accounts, leads. You map it with, say, LinkedIn and Meta, and then run ads only specific to those people. And those people are already, in your pipeline, right? In many ways, right? So that is becoming more and more norm. And it also affects the top of the funnel influence in the sense that if somebody is researching about your company and if they are visiting your website, if they are putting up an inquiry, then they are also seeing your ad. It makes sense. The ads will give them more information. We suggest our customers to keep the ads as informational as possible rather than sales oriented, so that you can add more value in the journey. Okay, so CRM data match, so there's something called as the bridges, the term that we have come up with to LinkedIn and Google. It can also be Meta, by the way, but LinkedIn and Google is where we work most because of the fact that we work with B2B enterprises, and it is always sync. The idea is to sync, and the AI and the automation will play a very crucial role in this entire process, right? And typically, in our case, we use it for top of the funnel awareness, for those leads and customers. How does LinkedIn ads fit into the GTM engine? I mean, this is just a follow-up question to this GTM engine. You're building a GTM engine. Many of the people, the companies, they are just ignoring ads. They're just thinking, oh, GTM engine means outreach. Reply.io and Smartly and Levelist and LinkedIn outreach and whatnot. But yes, you can build a GTM engine and you can even run ads on top of it. Okay, so you can do email outreach. At the same time, you can run ads to those accounts. Totally. So LinkedIn can be connected to CRM like Salesforce, HubSpot, CDPs like Segment, It can, it can gather different signals from within LinkedIn as a, as a platform. If you're using Sales Navigator, you can do that, or you can even, download those accounts with the signal as a CSV from your own CRM, CDP, and other sources, and then upload it into LinkedIn. Even that you can do that, right? Okay. So LinkedIn can create sales sequences. In a sense, in mails, LinkedIn can send it. If you're using Sales Navigator, you can do that. Also, LinkedIn can run ads for you, right? As a customer match ads using bridge ads technique, right? And you can target super targeted buyer rules and the ICPs. Okay, the use cases as ABM targeting, account-based targeting, buyer committee activation, deal acceleration, warm retargeting, persona messaging. These are the use cases typically that you can use LinkedIn ads in on top of GTM engine, right? So it's super powerful. I'm amazed at how such a small amount of companies are actually using this technique to get more leads. I'm amazed actually. It's no brainer in many ways. So CDP, CRM to LinkedIn to pipeline. That's the signal based ads, right? Okay, it is not spray and pray. Instead, it is super targeted. Okay, so how does GTM engineering enhance ABM 2.0? ABM 2.0, we have talked about ABM 1.0 and ABM 2.0. We have come up with a term called ABM 2.0. So that means it is signal driven rather than campaign driven. Okay, the ABM 1.0 was campaign driven. ABM 2.0 is signal driven. That means earlier the thing was download, make a list of 100 accounts, download it, start reaching out to them. Now it is put up the signal points, the workflows triggers, and see who is giving what signal. For example, if our account is hiring new people, or if the account has gone a merger and acquisition, keep your eyes. You keep listening towards that. The moment that happens, you put the account. You also can make your own list of accounts and then look out for the signals within the account. For example, there is a CXO level change, okay, or the new CTO coming or a new CIO coming in. That's a signal. So you can put all of that in your kitty, and then you do, the account identification, enrichment, segmentation, and then multi-channel outreach and activation, even ads and design stage ads, right? So you can even run ads to that. So ABM 2.0 is ABM 1.0 plus automation plus AI. So it's like ABM 1.0 on steroids. That is what ABM 2.0 is, in many ways. So ABM 2.0 is integration between the ads, precision targeting, personalization, email outreach, LinkedIn outreach, all of that together working, and the AI and the automation working on top of it. So it's kind of, we are also learning this whole process, working with different customers. So we'll keep creating content on these topics. So the first step is not to just build a list. The first step is to identify the accounts, identify the signals, then enrich, then segment, then activate, then measure. That's what ABM 2.0 is, and that's how it is different than ABM 1.0. How does GTM engineering automate performance ads? Okay, I think we have been answering this question. I'm assuming that the performance ad here means Google ads primarily, and then the LinkedIn ads inside. So yes, you can even automate performance ads in terms of Google ads. So you can you can create a customer match audience with Google's. So you can run Google ads, you can run performance max ad, you can run YouTube ads. So whatever you can do with LinkedIn, practically you can do with Google. The accuracy is not as good as LinkedIn. For example, what we have seen is if you upload 100 companies, LinkedIn will be able to find 99% of the companies. Google may be like a little less than that. But Google also does a very good job in identifying those companies, So the idea is to create a customer match, an audience sync. Okay, dynamic exclusion. For example, you want to exclude all your customers who are already there in your CRM. Makes sense, right? You don't want to show your ads to an existing customer. You can do that. You can exclude dynamic exclusion. You can do retargeting based on page views. right? You can do super target. For example, I want all these companies, I want to run ads, but I want to run a different ad to companies who have actually visited my website. That you can do that, right? Persona-based creative, right? Within the companies, I want to create different segments and based on persona. So I want to run different ads, right? For example, the ads that I want to run for CIO may not be the ad that I want to run to the marketing manager, right? And then stage-based automation. For example, if certain account has gone into the deal stage, then you activate the ad. So that's the kind of automation that typically what we are seeing when it comes to performance ad, right? So the use cases are many. These are just some normal everyday use cases that we are coming across when we are working out, but we can keep coming up with more and more use cases in the coming days. Okay. So yes, GTM engineering is automating performance ads. We are heavily working on this, and there are new tools and technologies coming up. We are also building our own solutions around that. So we'll keep you updated on. Okay. Signals, ads, CRM, revenue. That is the automation loop when it comes to ad. Okay. Now, how does HubSpot transform with GTM engineering? Okay. HubSpot is going through a major transformation themselves. They have just launched Breeze Intelligence. They are launching enrichment and the Breeze AI agent. So they are launching a bunch of stuff as we speak. As you know, I'm talking about December 2025. They are launching products. They've already launched Breeze. They've already launched their Breeze agent, AI agent. I have checked it out. They have not launched for all the customers as of now. They are launching it phase by phase. It looks good. The idea is that you get the account intelligence immediately, right? The moment you open up the account, you get all the intelligence, and you can enrich the information. They have launched these tools based on credit system. So, and I don't have the information much because I've not used those credit system as of now. In the coming days, we are going to use that. So I'll create another webinar around that as well. But they have launched it based on credit system. So if you're going to use those kind of tools, you have to pay money extra on top of what you're paying for HubSpot licenses. But I sincerely feel that HubSpot is a step ahead as compared to other players in the market when it comes to GTM. So I think HubSpot started off as a CRM, then it became an inbound system, then it became a all-in-one platform for marketing and sales, and now it is becoming a go-to-market command center. So HubSpot is on the right track. I'm pretty impressed by the speed by which HubSpot is innovating and catching up. Especially with the new entrants like Clay and others. Coming up every single day. HubSpot is doing a pretty good job. So now we are talking about lifestyle automation, deal stage triggers, AI-based follow-ups. All of that is possible. Bridge ad still was already there, but now they are. I think they are going to come more with more tool set. They are going to come. They have already come with very good tool set for target account marketing, account-based marketing. They already have a very good tool set. Real-time lead scoring, yes. Now we don't have to create workflow for lead scoring. They are coming up with that as well. And they are basically based on attribute values. They're helping us to activate and analyze. So yes, HubSpot is going through a major transformation. I'm going to create more content around HubSpot and GTM engineering in the coming days. I think we are living in exciting times when it comes to HubSpot. Let's see what goes. In the upcoming days, we'll have some interesting stuff unpacking. So yeah, there you go. Data HubSpot ads, sales, feedback, right? These are all going to be integrated. Okay, and there will be AI agents who will do a lot of stuff in between. So HubSpot is already working with that. It is already releasing those tool set, and we are going to specifically create content around those tool set in the coming days. So please subscribe if you have not. How does GTM engineering support enterprise sales team? Okay, all right. So AE and SDRs we are talking about. I'm assuming we are talking about the AEs and the SDRs. Buyer intent alert, right? So now you don't, if you can just put up some triggers and you'll get the buyer intent. You can go to Sales Navigator now and set up some trigger. For example, if a company create a dynamic list and then put those companies and then just wait for the intent. If there is a change of CTO, CXO, you'll get a trigger. If they are hiring new, there is a hiring trend, they'll get a new trigger. If there have been a merger and acquisition, they will get a new trigger. So you can just have to put up some triggers and you have to just sit and the AI and the automation will do the job, right? It will also provide you a great amount of insights from different sources. For example, the account, if you want more information about the account, it will provide that. Whether you are using Breeze Intelligence or LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I think all the tool set is coming up with similar, intent alert signals, right? In different ways, they are all going to do that. So I think the first thing that is going to be supported is the buyer intent and alert and signal alert. Then multi-threading queues, right? For example, if you have got 4 different products, 5 different ICPs, combination, permutation, 4 into 5, 20 permutation combination already comes up. For human mind, after a certain point of time, it becomes too complex, right? I think this is where AI can play a good role. So you can pick up the product, pick up the ICP, and then AI will automatically create the email, content and outreach and sequence and like so on. So for each product, 5 different ICP means the sales guy, the marketing needs to, sit and brainstorm on each one of them. I think that's going to be easier in the coming years. Persona mapping, as I said, it's very easy to now map your products to persona. Deal acceleration ad. The moment the lead comes in or the lead becomes a deal, you can run acceleration ad, the bridge ads. AI outreach workflow. Okay, so the AI can also do a complete workflow, not just send an email, but create a complete workflow, right? Send an email, if they reply to the email, do this. If they don't reply to the email, do that. All of that can be done through AI as well. Okay, so a lot of stuff will be SDR will be will be alerted on a lot of stuff. Okay, and then the AI will do the action and then there will be a meeting booked, right? So this is how things are moving. Okay, so it's more and more about how to handle the signals rather than how to build the right kind of list, right? But more and more it's going towards how to build the right kind of audience based on the right kind of signals. Okay, how does GTM engineering create revenue predictability? I mean, yes, I mean, see, if you rely on people, then people can go on a holiday, right? That is a problem. People can leave your company, they can put up the resignation letter, they can go, right? People can fall sick. People can become lazy, so that is the challenge when it comes to a human-driven business development. Okay, so because humans are in general not very predictable, but at the same time, systems are very predictable. Correct? Systems do not sleep, they do not take sick leaves and like so on, and that can be embedded by the human beings, and together as a system, they can they can complement each other, right? So now that the system is providing the signals, so even if you replace the human, for example, if somebody has gone on a paid leave, some other person has come up to do the job, then if there is a clear SOP, then the other person will do almost as good as job as the first person, right? So now the system is going to generate a lot of signals, right? And then if you can create the right kind of SOP, the right kind of processes, if you can create right kind of sync and integration. See, this still is a lot of work. Okay, I mean, I see a lot of companies and people talking about, hey, AI is coming, AI will do other things, and I'll just sit and sip my juice in a beach. No, I don't think so. That's going to happen anytime soon. There's still a lot of work. You need to still sync your system. You need to create processes and SOPs. You still have to rely on people for a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to enterprise sales. But the idea is that the system will work 24/7, and the people can come and go. The people can be replaced, but the system will keep working. And the system, when I say use the term system, it is AI, automation, and people working together, right? So So I think this is where the future is leading us. And so in that way, there will be a lot of predictability when it comes to revenue, right? So, and also the AI has a capability of continuously learning and enlarging the brain, right? So that is also one advantage with AI is that AI is continuously learning and becoming smarter and smarter. That is something not uh, applicable for human beings. All right, I think we have covered a lot in today's webinar. Okay, we talked about system, signal, activation, pipeline, feedback. So this is the summary. This GTM engineering can improve your CSC, cost of acquisition of your customer. It can increase your pipeline velocity. It can increase the lead quality. It can increase the sales team's productivity. It can help you better with sorry. It can increase the sales productivity. It can help you better with revenue forecasting, and it can help you with AVM based precision. So there's a lot of area that is now AI is getting in, right? Especially when it comes to sales and marketing. So this is the world we are living in. It's an exciting time. We are all learning. Okay, GTM engineering means signal plus system plus speed plus scale. All right. There will be some companies who are going to be super fast in the coming days. I can already see that. Okay. These are the GTM engineering stack that we generally work with. Signals when it comes to G2 technographic web intent. LinkedIn, of course, is a very important signal. And then there are other signals as well. CRM, Offer, and Salesforce, CDP segment. Bridge ads, we work with LinkedIn and Google. We work with AI outreach tool, Smart Lead, and Lemlist and Reply. We work a lot. Automation workflows, we create all the time using HubSpot and Lemlist and Smart Lead and like so on. So I think this is what we do. Look for signals, we integrate the CRM CDP, we create the bridge ads, we create the outreach and sales outreach system, and we connect it with the revenue loop. This is what we do. Okay, from the Insightstap point of view, and this is how it's helping the B2B sales team. All right, I think it was a good session today. Good amount of questions that came up. If you want to book a free consultation, go ahead and do that. Download our GTM blueprint from our website. You can see the case studies and the AI agents and actions. We are building it. We are launching it on our website. And we are Insightstap. We are built for B2B teams who do not want noise, just growth. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll see you in the next one.